Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in again, and I want to talk about protocols. And this is something that I've talked about a few times, but still far and away, when I travel around the country talking to other doctors about dry eye disease, I'm most often asked, tell me about your protocol for dry eye disease. There's really a couple ways to look at that. I think there's really a diagnostic, therapeutic, or diagnostic workup protocol, and then there's a treatment protocol. My protocol really is based initially on DEWS 1, which gave us 4 levels of classification for diagnosing and treating our patients. So much has changed since then, so we've had to look at the updated information and modify how we look at our patients and take other things into consideration. The thing that I've come to understand based on the research of many others is that there's not really a linear solution. It's not a binary MGD aqueous insufficiency. There's a lot of interaction between these conditions. The commonality between MGD and aqueous insufficiency, as shown this year out of a study done at University of New South Wales, that this is MGD is inflammatory as well. The inflammation is the commonality between MGD and aqueous insufficiency. So the great news that I want to share with you today, if you're not aware of it, the week of May 7th, in Baltimore, Maryland at ARVO, DEWS 2 will be announced. So the 10-year anniversary, I know these doctors have been working very hard, these researchers have been working very hard to give us an updated classification system to diagnose and also how to manage our patients. It should be some great information. Since the DEWS report came out initially, we've really seen a logarithmic increase in the doctor interest in dry eye disease and prevalence of dry eye disease. We're seeing increased device use. Maybe that plays a role. We're learning more. We've had new drugs come out. Xiidra came out. We've learned a lot more about restasis since last time. So we understand, again, more about inflammation and more about MGD. There are a lot of claims that tend to be made and a lot of people that like to adapt protocols, some based on data, some based on anecdotes. And what I like so much about this, what I look forward to, was DEWS 2 is evidence-based medicine, evidence-based treatment of our patients. We can rely on expert opinions. These doctors have probably lived and breathed this for the last couple of years putting this report together. Look at tearfilm.org. Amy Sullivan runs that website for the TFOS. That's where you can get updates. I'm sure it will be on social media plenty. But again, I'm very excited about that. We've seen so many changes. It's time for an update. I would encourage you to embrace this project. Embrace DEWS 2. DEWS 1, there's still a lot of doctors out there who are not aware of the finding of that report. So look for DEWS 2. It's a big deal. It's going to make your life a lot easier. I'm sure there will be different levels of how much you want to dive into it because it's a very complicated disease state, as we've come to learn. You've heard the term multifactorial over and over, and the more you look into it, the more you realize that's true. Thanks again for watching, and look for that May 7th from ARVO DEWS 2 report.